Hello and welcome from the deep, dark bowels of Amazon weirdness. It is a time for another episode of Dice of the Day, a new format I started about a week ago. As you know, whenever we're going over tabletop role-playing game products, I tend to be very, 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 very opinionated on dice and like things like D&D folders, where I'm like, dude, you can get the exact same thing at the 99-cent store. So I decided it was time to put my so-called money where my so-called mouth was and actually do an in-depth look at some of these dice and products I'm making fun of. Right now we're doing dice, but later on we'll do some of the other things because eventually we're going to get bored of dice. So today's search is candy dice, edible dice, chocolate dice, dice that either look like candy or made of candy, and why. I mean, this always breaks down to why do these exist? Would you buy them? And when would you use them? When would you use candy dice? So let's see. Under the search of candy dice, we've got, dice that is made to look like candy. That's not unusual. I'm sure somebody's at least tried to bite these at least once. In fact, I remember a Christmas, but that guy was drunk, so forgive. That definitely looks like candy. None of these really look like candy. Okay, so here, this is more of what I'm talking about. So here's a D20 sided thing that holds a bunch of, tangy candies that I guess are supposed to be healing bottles. They're vaguely bottle shaped. Somebody out there would say, I'm not going to let you roll that dice at my table. I mean, like, dude, it's not the point. But for $5, you can get this tin filled with these, they're the tangy standard vaguely sweet sugar thing. I guess they're supposed to be healing potions. All right, this one, I mean, they say they're candy. That doesn't really look like candy to me. That's just a box. All right, here we go. Casino dice lollipops. Candy favors for 12 count for one. They're 6-sided, but yes, candy dice, no, these are all just normal dice. None of these really look like, no. Yeah, no. Dice pops, same thing. I know there's chocolate dice. Here's some more of those little tins. This one in the shape of a 12-sider. I don't even know. This is just weird looking metal dice. I don't know why these all qualify as candy. Those are player cards. All right. Ooh, jumbo inflated dice 12-pack. Would you use these at your table? And the DM would say you couldn't use them. But again, no, none of these are edible dice. All right, maybe I should have done edible dice instead of candy dice. Edible dice. Edible dice D&D. Okay, again, none of these are edible. All right, edible dice. I feel dumb about this one because I know edible dice exists. I know I've seen chocolate dice. You are not giving me the things I want, dude. You're just, other than these, no. Wait, what? Okay, we need to talk about these. Well, I feel kind of dumb on this one because I know I've seen chocolate dice and edible dice, chocolate molds, dice. Yeah, chocolate mold. Ah, there we go. Okay, I knew they existed. Well, these are the molds, and you would pour chocolate in these to get the shapes. And then, you would break it out, freeze them, break them out, and you'd have chocolate-shaped dice. So I knew they existed, and I knew I've seen chocolate dice. There we go. There's the chocolate 6-siders. There's some chocolate weapons. There are some playing card shapes. Here's some resin molds. You could use those to make candy dice. Here's some candy mahjong titles, candy six-siders. Again, more molds. Here's the candy six-siders. You'd have to paint these, though. I know I've seen candy. Maybe they don't make them anymore because, you know, it was dumb. Candy terrain for Dungeons and Dragons. There we go. Sure, why not? Candy playing cards. Weird candy. Candy ice cube trays. Here's one that's a knife. Skulls. Zelda quality type weapons. So the molds exist, so you could make candy dice. Now, I thought there was more edible dice than this, but maybe it's just not a thing Amazon would carry. Let's try Etsy. Candy dice. Oh, yeah. Okay. There's definitely some on Etsy. So here we've got blue raspberry. Here we've got sour apple. Here we got wild strawberry. Here we got gummy. Here's the chocolate. Ha ha ha. I told you these existed. I was like, I don't know why it's not available on Amazon. Probably because it's a little questionable. Here's blue raspberry. Here is candy corn, but these are not actually made from candy corn. These are. So some of these are actually edible. Some of these are trying to look like things that are edible. I don't know if that's a good idea, guys. Dice lollipops. So basically lollipops, gummies. One person at least has tried chocolate once, but I guess maybe it just doesn't work. Ice cream sprinkles dice for $35. Ice cube trays, dice shape ice cube tray. Yeah, okay. All right. And freeze-dried candy sample packs. Some of them might be dice shape. All right. I guess it's not as big as a thing as it was. I do remember in the past there was like chocolate dice and like just like there was chocolate Monopoly, but probably hindsight being 2020, the people who made them are like, this is really dumb and potentially dangerous. Let's not do this again. But sure, just getting a resin mold, preparing it like you would an ice cube tray, pouring in gummy candy or mix or whatever, that's still possible. Then you could give it somebody as a gift, and then somebody would be like, I'm going to roll my gummy strawberry dice, and the DM would be like, no, you can't roll that because it's not legal at my table. Candy dice. So that's today's dice of the day. Do you want to see me do more dice of the days? Do you never want to see me do this ever again? And finally, of course, the question, would you buy these? Why would you buy them? And when would you use them? See you later. And remember, my birthday's coming up. So if you're thinking about getting me a gift, edible dice would be a good gift.